and welcome back to the Rusty Ferret podcast. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy 2022! It's another year already, which I know everybody says, but what? Oh my god. I hope you all had a really good end of December, start of January. I was home to my parents, which I will catch you up on later. That was was a thing. Yeah. But I did get lots of knitting time and lots of Minecraft time, so that was perfect. Yeah, so let's just get going, shall we? I was just saying to myself earlier, I take so long to get ready for these podcasts. Like, I feel like my hair needs to be done, and then, like, I had this, like, Mark got me some hoodies for Christmas, unintentionally matching. So I had my cozy hoodie on, and I'm like, well, I can't sit with, like, a hoodie. So it's like, I'll get a shawl out and sit with my shawl on. This is one of my favourite shawls, but I don't wear it enough. I think this is the big size, but I think it can be bigger. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't knit this. This is the S shawl by Maltz, and my Auntie Angela knit it for me for a shop sample, and basically I just kept it because it's mine now. But it is Rusty Ferret yarn. This is the Pew Pew. No, shut up. This is the Polwarth base DK, and this is the doll base in between. I can't remember what colourway. That's not Eldritch. I'll put the colourway on screen if I can find it. And the doll is a Selkie colourway, which is like an old colourway of mine I actually really love. I need to dye some more. But yeah, and it is kind of reversible too, which is cool. But I just love the fringes. I think we all need more fringe in our lives. I'd really love to make like a hoodie with like fringing. My brother-in-law Martin, he made something with fringing, so I'm gonna have to hit him up for his fringe supplies. It's a company, isn't it? Anywho, okay, so yes, we've discussed that. I feel I haven't done this in a while. I was just a work in progress. I have one of those. I have a finished object to share with you. As I said, I had a lot of knitting time over the Christmas break at my parents', and I cast on and finished my love note. I haven't actually tried it on yet. I will try it on and film separate, and I'll put that on at the end. Yes, so I'm very disappointed with this project. That's why I haven't tried it on yet, because I finished it, I blocked it, and I was like, I don't want to look at this anymore. So, this is a love note. I should have checked the size while I was... I'm a pro at this, am I? Hang on. What size? So I did the cropped XL to XXL. And I think it is a perfect size, even though I haven't tried it on yet. It looks similar to all my other jumpers. The pattern was fantastic. As I haven't come across a bad tincanknits pattern. I'm really wheezy, sorry. I used a 5mm needle for the body and a 3.5mm for like the cuffs and things. I haven't even woven in the ends. The yarn I used was the Countess Ablaze sparkly Bluefaced Baron, and then I dyed up some mohair for the fuzz. I feel really awkward, but I do want to be honest. I'm really disappointed with the Countess yarn. I bought it when I did my trunk show there a long time ago, before she moved shops. And I fell in love with the neon yellow. I didn't know what I was going to make with it, but I knew I wanted the neon yellow. The skeins looked fine. When I caked it up, it looked fine. But it wasn't until I was knitting it that I discovered that there's these dirty marks. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, yeah, you can really see on the camera. So all through the knit, there's all these, as I say, dirty marks. It's really noticeable on the lace here. Maybe not. But yeah, the sleeves are where it's really bad. That, like, you can really, really see it. But it's like all the way through. And it's as if when the yarn was being dyed, it touched a darker colour. And it has transferred the dye over. Because I believe this colourway isn't meant to have random black/brown splodges. And honestly, from a Countess yarn, it's not what I expected. So yeah, I'm just really disappointed, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure if I want to keep it this colour. I wanted a neon yellow jumper, and I don't want to wear something that's covered in these weird marks. So yeah, I am really disappointed with it. I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe I'll try it on and it'll look amazing. But at the minute, I'm pretty pissed off because it cost a lot of money and it's not what I wanted. So yeah, not cool. But yeah, as I said, the pattern is excellent. I enjoyed holding the two yarns together. It's dead fuzzy. I don't think it's gonna make me itch. It feels very soft. So yeah, I'm glad that it's used and out of my stash. I'm glad that I have another cozy jumper to wear. I'm just disappointed that it wasn't what I had paid for. And I'm not saying that to be a total bitch. I'm just being honest at why I'm really disappointed. So yeah, I'm gonna take a video and I'm gonna insert it now with me wearing it. So I got my love note finished and I cast on a new project, and it is my Catterline by Karie Westermann. Let me see. Can you see? I've not done loads, but it's quite it's not as fast in it because it's on 3.5mm. Well, I'm knitting on 3.5mm needles, whereas the love note I did on a 5mm needle. But it's got, I don't know, can you see? It's got like, yeah, knit and purl zigzags going along it, so it's got this really nice texture going across the body. And I'm knitting it in some stash that I had left over from the shop. It is Westermann Spinners, the Essential DK, which I believe is 100% wool. I did have it in the kind of duck egg light pale blue, which for this Scottish colour skin does nothing. So I overdyed it in purple, and I am really loving how this is working up. The it's quite I dyed it quite slapdash, so it's quite variegated looking, and I really like how it's kind of coming up quite tweedy. So yeah, I'm excited to have another cozy jumper finished, or in my wardrobe once this is finished, cause it's cold. It's so cold. I have been washing my oh god, my Amma sweater by Maddie and my Rift tee by Jacqueline Sislak. Yeah. Because they have gotten a lot of wear between being down at Alice's and then here and then up at my mum's, that I just felt they maybe needed a bit of a wash. So yeah, it's going to be good to have some more jumpers in rotation to cover these pale chubby arms. But yeah, so I'm enjoying working on this. We just started watching Hawkeye last night. So good. Jeremy Renner. Oh, exquisite. So yeah, that's kind of all the knitting that I've got. I did pack also my Trolls World Tour. Trolls World Tour yarn. with the hope that I would also finish my Catterline and do some gloves, but I did not because we're all a bit over ambitious, aren't we, with our knitting projects? Totally. Yeah, so as I said, glad to have the love note done and that out my stash. And some I'm totally knitting from stash this year. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, I'm never gonna buy anything, but I'd like to make a dent in the stash. There are so many exciting projects out there that I'm like, I want to make all the things, all of them, and there's a heap of sewing projects that I want to do as well. So, this is why I don't have my hair down. I flick it too much. Sorry, I'll like sit on my hands. I feel frantic. Oh my goodness, calm down. Yeah, so knitting from stash is going to be great. I feel like I'm just going to go on a ramble now. Like, going on a ramble now? Sure. I've just been thinking about life in general. And I've been quite stagnant and stuck. And my mental health's been pretty shocking because of it, because of the pandemic, life. So I think I read on Lauren Curry's Instagram stories that, like, we always aim to hit the ground running in January as small businesses, but why? It's like our quietest month. Why don't we use that to plan and organise so that we can set off on the right foot for the year? And it kind of really resonated with me, and I'm like, do you know what? That's a really good idea. So I'm using January to just kind of get my head in place, get my admin up to date, what I want to do with the business, and areas that I'm not loving that I would like to change, things that I've been scared to try. I want to kind of lay the groundwork so they're not as scary. For example, some new bases. I've really clung on to like my doll base because I know that it sells well. I know that it's a good basic yarn for a hand-dyed yarn, whereas there are so many other bases out in the world that I think would be really good to have, like more of my Polworth. I love the Polworth. Why haven't I stocked that in ages? Why? The Masham is beautiful. I really enjoy the bamboo. Like, let's get some more stuff and stop being so scared. 2020 is the year we're not scared, apart from COVID. I'm scared of COVID. So yeah, that's kind of that's what I'm up to, basically. I feel like a proper business person because I've just got QuickBooks. I've been doing my accounts manually for, is it really 8 years? And I'm like, do you know what? It would be quite nice to have this online, like, stored kind of in the cloud if anything happened, and just change things up a bit, I suppose, and have a bit more, I don't know if help's the word, but like automation. Because sorry, this is a ramble, but I always seem to leave my taxes till the end, and it's not because I don't want to do them. It's just I never make time to do them. I quite like the spreadsheets and everything, and the check-in, and but yeah, so QuickBooks, proper business person. So yeah, so let me tell you about Christmas. Well, I show you some of the cool things I got first. I got loads of really awesome, thoughtful presents, and I like kind of that stage when you get to be an adult where people buy you things that are like useful and practical. Does that make sense? Like new hoodies, and my auntie got me some really cool, I didn't pick them up, but some really cool cups and like a kind of gin liqueur flavouring. I'm not sure, it looks good. Again, it'll probably take me 10 years to drink because I don't drink that much, but the cups are bitchin'. I would really love to have like a drinks cabinet, because I think it would be cool, not because I drink, just because I think it would look cool. Like, we've got quite a few cool cups. Maybe I just need to have a cup cabinet. Maybe that's what I need to do. Anyway, let me show you some of the ace gifts that I got. I'm going to throw up a picture on the screen because I forgot to pick this one up and I can't be bothered running literally next door to the kitchen. But Hannah got me this live, laugh, loathe cup. Perfect. It's great. Yeah, my friend Morag, you can maybe see a theme with these. My friend Morag got me this embroidery kit from, I don't know, Innocent Bones, and it just says, get shit done. So I'm going to do that. My Mark got me this really cool print. This is it here. From the Tea Green print shop. And it's this one here. Look. I'm literally running. I love art and illustrations like this. I'm running out of walls. In fact, I am out of walls. So this one's just leaning on my dressing, like on my chest of drawers. But yeah, I'll put down below who this is by because I can't remember. But it's just beautiful. It's like Scottish birds and a Scottish squirrel, a Scottish tree. Yeah, so cool. Love it. I kind of want to take everything down off the walls and like redo it again. Yeah, I don't have any more space. I need to acquire an extra wall. One of my this was practical in a weird weird sense. So Joy, Knitting Goddess, made me this necklace and cover my face. And it's a glass tube with three beads on it. I am not doing a good job on this. And it's like a fidget necklace. And it was to get me through Christmas. And boy, did I need it. It's beautiful. I really like the noise. Like, I hate ASMR. I've just noticed that bead has like polka dots on it. That is wild. Sorry. I hate ASMR. I'll not do that. Whoa. Oh God. This podcast is a mess this week. I'm really sorry. We're just gonna go with it because I just feel that this is how we need to go. This is how the first podcast of the year needs to be. Utter chaos. Because then you can only get better, right? Lastly, my brother made me this. Home is where the yarn is. My yarn is, and it's got a fluff ball on it. And this, he did try carving it first, but he ended up pyrographing it. Pyrographing? I don't know. This was made from a eucalyptus tree that was in his garden that fell down Storm Arwen. And it's starting to smell. He linseeded it, so it didn't really smell when I got it, but it's getting there. So that's really cool because this was in my uncle's garden. He lives in my uncle's house. So yeah, it's really cool. I love my brother's presents and like cards. Where's Minecraft card? You can't see it. My brother can draw good. I've showed you this before, but look at it again. So good. Yeah, so that is going to go on my wall above my desk along with my get shit done embroidery. Let's fix this. And yeah, so very spoiled, very lucky. And yeah, it was good. It was good up until it wasn't good. So Christmas. Let's discuss Christmas, shall we? I suppose it was one of those things where it felt worse when you were in it, and now looking back, you were like, what are you talking about? Why are you moaning? But basically, we had a really nice Christmas. My mum made the most amazing food. It used to be a big meal at my mum's for Christmas and a big meal at my grand's for New Year's Day. And we'd go to each other's places. Anyway, and you'd kind of eat all your meals, like all 5 courses at once, like one after the other. So we decided to split that up. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. So we have like our starter and our soup and then a bit of pudding for lunch. And then for tea, we have kind of like the main course with pudding and then like cheese or other sweeties and things for tea. So Mum made, for Christmas Day, we had prawn cocktail and minestrone soup, which was so good. And we had Christmas cake, really good. And then for the evening, we had just kind of a traditional Christmas meal. Mum normally makes a beefsteak pie, but she, because of my dad's cancer, I'm not laughing because it's funny, it's not funny, but my dad has no bottom teeth, so he can't really chew anything. Everything has to be really, like, well cooked, basically. So she cooked the beef to be really tender. Yeah, that's not important. Anyway, she made Mark a nut roast, which I had some of, which was really good. Chapet neeps, which are my favourite. Scurly, oh my god, that's like oatmeal and onions cooked in fat usually. But because Mark and I are kind of, well, because Mark's a vegetarian properly and I'm a flexitarian, she does it in kind of vegetable oil. And then we had, did I tell you I had minestrone soup? The soup is minestrone, that was good. And then we had Christmas pudding for pudding, and it was excellent. And then on Christmas Day on New Year's Day we had prawn cocktail and broth, and then we had, what was the main meal? I think it was fish. I don't remember. That's terrible. I don't remember. I think they had a fish pie. I had fish. I don't remember. Anyway, it was scrumptious. And then we were just chilling and everything. And then, well, my mum's uncle's not very well. So we had a few dramas with him. Not drama, but like, he burnt himself on like a heater and had a big blister, and it was pretty gross. And he fell a few times. He did end up in hospital. But he got home like a couple days later because COVID and not enough staff and things. But he's okay. He's got some carers in now, which is great. But the big thing was my brother's horse got really sick. She was really lame and really stiff, and they thought it was just a cold, but it turned out she had colitis and sepsis, which triggered her laminitis. If you're not a horse person, which I am not, laminitis is not quite horse diabetes, but kind of, where they get too much sugar through grass. Grass has lots of sugar in it, apparently. I don't know. And it can hurt their feet, and their bones like detach from their hoof. It's really gross. So we were on horse watch duty, me, my mum, my brother. So on New Year's Day, Mum and I stayed over from 9 at night till 6 in the morning, watching Bella and making sure she was okay. And we were in the stable, and I am still finding sawdust everywhere. So we had a few stints like that. Mum was down every morning checking on her, and my bro was too. And then we were checking on my uncle, or my mum's uncle. So yeah, it was just kind of a bit all over the place. And Bella's she was doing okay. And then just before we left, she wasn't, like, her temperature was up again. I think it was just, what was it? Oh, I don't remember. They gave her more antibiotics. The vet had been out. They x-rayed her feet. She doesn't have loose bones. But she does actually have horse diabetes, which is called EMS. So they're going to have to be really careful with her. But then she was doing fine. And then now she's not doing fine. She has an infection. I don't know. So I'm kind of hoping, I was to say the little dude, but she's not. She's a giant horse. I hope she gets better, because she's a little sweetheart and she loves her Auntie LJ. Bella! Boop! Boop! So yeah, that was kind of my Christmas. A lot of sitting about in stables, hence why the amount of knitting. And also lots of Minecraft. I am working on a super sorter, which is like, I'm laughing because I'm like, I'm a 15-year-old child. But no, it's cool. It's very meditative, and I if you you should give Minecraft a go. Basically it means that you put your items, so like when you dig, you get like stone or soil or fish or whatever. You put it into a chest and it automatically sorts it into a chest instead of you having to remember where everything is and it being all untidy. And because with the best will in the world, I can't organise things in games. There always ends up being too much stuff and then things get dumped. Anyway, that's what I'm working on just now. So I need lots of redstone. Donate your redstone to me, please. Thank you. So that was good. While I'm filming this, I forgot to include footage / pictures of the chickens with their 3D printed arms. So I'm gonna put that in now. Okay. But I am glad to be home. I still have Christmas to put away. The Christmas tree's still out, but that's a weekend problem. That's not a now problem. So yeah, we've just been watching Hawkeye. I've been knitting. Also got a new jacket because it's getting really cold. We went out for a walk on Monday and it was like, what was it on Monday? Like -1 maybe in the morning. And he made the funniest noise, but he was shivering. And it was like, so we've been talking about getting him a waterproof jacket before Christmas. But so he's got this really cute little, not little, but like this waterproof puffer thermal thing that he looks so chuffed walking about in. So yeah, he's all sorted. And apart from that, we haven't really been doing anything. Just kind of try to get on top of all the cleaning that needs doing, because that's always the adult thing. I had the dentist and haircut, well, fringe trim. So yeah, just back to reality with a crash, I suppose. But it's all good. I have loads of things I want to work on this year. I need to get those quilts done. Oh, sorry. I really need to get those quilts done. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna take the other one I've had apart. I'm gonna just take it apart, start again. I think that's the best thing because it needs to be bigger, and I can't figure out how to make it bigger. So yeah, that's where I'm going with this, bigger. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna keep rambling, and it's already been a bit of a weird one. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for sticking with me last year. I really appreciate it. Like, really, really do. I saw that I had 150 followers, like subscribers, and I was just like, oh my god, that's wild. So thank you so much. I really hope you had as chill a Christmas as you possibly could have had. Let me know down below if you had any family drama, or you just kind of hold up with a craft or the TV, sweeties. Oh, so much sweeties. Why is Christmas so much sweeties? I don't need any more sweeties. But they're so good. Oh, let me show you this bottle. My mum got me this. Not for Christmas, but it says running late is my cardio. I drink so much juice. My depression medication makes me really thirsty. And the bottle I had, it gets moldy. It's horrible. And like, you wash it and it's clean, but it's not clean because like in the little bit it's like moldy. So I thought that wasn't helping with my asthma, and I was gonna buy one of those hydro jugs, like the jugs that are like but my mum came back from Tesco's with this and I like it, so we're not getting a massive hydro jug because nobody really needs that. So I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Happy 2022. I hope that this year is this year. I'm not going to jinx it. And okay, I love you. Bye.